Rampardos has been one of the best decks in Pocket ever since Rare Candy was released. The most recent set made it even more aggressive and consistent with the addition of Silvally, and I think I found the most optimal list to use it with. What's cracking, everybody? Zarfel Rose here. This Rampardos Silvally deck recently won a tournament, and it was slaying for me on the rank ladder today. You might notice that Cranidos is missing in this deck, and that's just due to the power of Silvally, which is worth cutting out the Cranidos, honestly, for another supporter card. Silvally's attack for 2 energy allows it to do 50 base damage, but that immediately jumps to 100 if you have played a supporter card during that turn. Doesn't matter if you play it before or after the Silvally evolves. You can search out with Gladion, for example, then evolve it, and then still do 100 damage to the opponent's active. Rampardos is a well-known force in the meta, being a stage 2 and having that head smash for 130 damage, costing 1 energy. The only drawback here is if the attack results in a knockout on the opponent's active, your Rampardos suffers 50 points of recoil damage, so you have to be careful when you swing with it and make sure that when you do, it's going to make a lasting effect on the opponent. This deck prefers to go second whenever it can because it allows Silvally to attack the same turn that it evolves, which can be huge early damage if the opponent hasn't set up or evolved their active by that point. I've actually won a couple of games just because of that alone. My opponent wasn't able to evolve, they only had 1 basic, and Silvally just ran right through it by this 3rd turn. For item cards, we're running the bare minimum to maximize supporters in the deck. We're just running 2 rare candies, 2 skull fossils, and a single Pokeball, but if needed, because we have Gladion in the deck, we could consider swapping out Pokeball for something else, like a giant cape or something of the sort. The supporter cast for this deck is a lot bigger than most decks to be able to keep fueling the fire that is Silvally and let it destroy everything. We're going to be running 2 copies of Research and 2 copies of Gladion for deck thinning and consistency. We're running a copy of Cyrus and a copy of Sabrina for bench, sniping, and disruption plays. We're also going to be running a copy of Red to boost up Silvally to 120 damage to hit those EX Pokemon hard. A quick thing to note about Gladion, though, is that if your opponent has seen all 4 of these cards, both of the Type Nulls, both of the Silvallys, you will not be able to use Gladion because your cards are considered public knowledge if they have left your deck or hand and the opponent can see them. That means that you cannot use Gladion if both copies of Type Null and both copies of Silvally are either on the field or in your discard pile, and maybe if your opponent's peeped your hand. But if there's a Silvally in your hand and you've got Type Null and Silvally on the board already, you can use Gladion as long as you haven't shown them that copy of Silvally. Giovanni's got an important role to play in this deck, as it's incredibly crucial to be able to swing the mirrors in your favor. Because it allows Silvally to hit for 110 damage, that's the perfect sweet spot to KO and uncape Silvally on the opponent's side. This card by itself also has just won me some mirrors just by existing. Now, I love Guzma, and I will run it in almost any deck that allows me to run it because it is just such a good card in some situations. However, if it's not your thing, maybe you'd prefer to run a copy of Mars instead. I think that would probably be the next best thing because Guzma does have certain situations where if there are no tools in play, you just can't play the card. So you have to be careful by putting yourself in situations where you can't play the supporters, and just keep that in mind as you try to weave your way through your matchups with your supporter cards. All in all, I can see why this deck lives up to the hype. It hits fast, and it hits hard, and it forces the opponent to match your pacing, or they're gonna fall behind and just lose. I definitely believe that Silvally's best pairing is here with Rampardos, and let me know down in the comments below if you've used Silvally with any cool, unique partners. I'd love to know and try it out myself. And as always, I'd like to ask you to please hit the subscribe button and like the video if you enjoy the content, as it helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching. Now, let's get into the games. Okay, first game with Silvally Rampardos. Let's see how this goes. Going first. Electric. That's a good sign. We have a Silvally and a Skull Fossil in hand. I don't like going first as much, but it's a little bit easier to deal with. I wonder if this is the Oricorio Tapu Koko deck. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. I guess I should technically... Yeah, there's not much I can really do here. So, I mean, searching is fine, but I feel like at some point, too, I also don't want to burn through my supporters too quickly. But saving it for 2 turns, I don't know if that matters. It's probably better to just in the deck. It's Tapu Koko, Jigglypuff. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. I'm incredibly interested. don't need damage so much, but yeah, I'm gonna save my stuff here. They need 3 energy to attack. And there's no acceleration that they have access to from this point in the game. I don't think. Silvally just starts bullying everything for 100 damage. And, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the Skull Fossil down just in the off chance that we do somehow end up ripping into a Rampardos next turn. Now is the time to strike. They concede? Okay. They must know. Because yeah, that is oof. Going second. I prefer to go second, personally. It allows me to attack first, which is really nice. With Type Null and Silvally. Search. Nothing else? Interesting. Alright, so 2 out of 3 chance for me to pull it this turn. We do. I'll go ahead and do a quick blow. At least this puts the Celesteela in range. This is how, like, this Silvally, just 6 cards is all this is in any given deck. 2 researches, they have to get another basic now. There's no way they don't get another basic now. It's another Celesteela. Okay. And they get the Pokeballs. Okay, now they'll switch to Pheromosa, attach an energy. And I can get rid of the Pheromosa quite quickly. My Skull Fossil's in danger, though. Feels like that might have been an improper time to put that. I should have waited to put that down until I was ready to evolve. Alright, so we search for another. We get Silvally. Okay. We can evolve Silvally and just quickly get rid of Pheromosa. It will be very unfortunate if they're able to draw into another Pheromosa and smack my fossil down. I would not like that, but it would be a consequence of them getting lucky, I suppose. They have Kartana, so okay, that's only doing damage to me in the front. And all they're doing is chipping me at the moment. Like, they have to get a... Okay. I mean, I'm not too upset about this, to be honest. My hand was kind of meh. Okay, we pull the Type Null. I still have a way to KO this Kartana. I respect the effort. Okay. This is actually great. We get the research now. And we have Rampardos if we can draw a rare candy. We just get rid of Kartana, and they have to draw another basic. Okay. Yeah, this is Silvally's just coming out swinging. And if they put their Celesteela up front, I can... No, I don't have Sabrina anymore. That's right. I was gonna say I could Sabrina the other one, but I don't have the other one. I'm Sabrina. Bro, really? He says no! Oh, he says no. Okay. Well, the only one that I can use at the moment is, in fact, Giovanni. Put another Skull Fossil down. They haven't even gotten a point yet. Do I need the Giovanni? Do I want the Giovanni? Because what's this damage going to do? I don't need to use this. I don't need this damage right now. I don't need to attack for 100 right now. I would rather save it for when I can use it to get a knockout. That's fine. There's the Buzzwole. So they have to put the Buzzwole... Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Oh, that's a problem. Me losing my Sabrina was a problem. Okay. Let's see what we can pull here. Okay. I win. So volley. And then we just make them want it. Next turn we Cyrus for game. I think that's the winning play. Right? Like, I'm safe from Sabrina. I'm safe from Cyrus. They can't switch my Silvally. They take the point on the Skull Fossil, and I get to Sabrina in whatever, or Cyrus in whatever I like. And knock it out. Get over here! Very nice. Very nice. Alright. I could not increase the win streak to 3. Rampardos got me again. Crash deck. Okay, we have most of the pieces of our puzzles. Pheromosa. Okay. I love that we're going second. I don't love that it's a Pheromosa. Get off of there, please. Okay. Oh, it's Decidui. Ah, I see. Alright, we get the Skull Fossil and we have the piece to evolve. I will simply attack. I will save the Gladion for next turn so that I have a supporter that I can use. Because after that, I will no longer have one. Actually, I don't even need to, honestly. The Pheromosa, unless they Leaf Cape it, I can evolve and just attack normal without having to use a resource. And I can also just sick Rampardos on him because that's a normal thing that we like to do. Oh, they go straight for it too. Okay. Right. Right, so they'll attack with Pheromosa, then they'll need 2 turns to get their... Okay, that just means I'm going to search with Gladion. That's all that means. Okay, then they're going to try to hit the fossil. They still get damage, which they can use for later. So now I need to make sure that my Rampardos does not come up into the front until it's definitely time for it to do so. Okay. They're probably just gonna split anyway. Okay, so we'll get our point here. And they'll have Erica's Leaf Capes, whatever they need. This deck almost always does. Weirdo. I do get a free turn of not being hit by something for now, though. Right. So, we get red. I feel like this is important to use right now, because I'll get a ton of extra damage off of this. We can put them down to 50, and then they essentially have to attack Silvally, and they can't do anything about the Rampardos. Or they could try and use Pierce the Pain to weaken the Rampardos, but either way, they're getting hit for 130 next turn. Because they can't KO Rampardos from where it's at. They concede. There it is. Good game. All right. Nice. This deck is silly, dude. Okay, what do we get? Going first? Oh, no. Okay. We get the keys to the castle, though. We have Gladion to search, so we have a type null. Probably. And we're gonna Celesteela Buzzwole again. Okay. We get damaged really fast in this. Alright, so now that I have the Silvally, I don't need Gladion at all. Okay. I guess we just end. I mean, that's it. What are you gonna do, man? I'm not doing a whole lot with that. I would actually be quite okay with it getting a type null out of my Gladion here. I'm gonna get them both, honestly. It doesn't matter. I have so many at this point that I'm just gonna go ahead and use it. Like, my whole hand is currently supporters. What I need to know is, do I want a Sabrina in that Buzzwole to hit it for some damage first? I think that might be the way. Right, so what we want to do is use the Gladion to get the next Silvally ready. Swing for 100. I don't want to, because I don't really have anything I can attack with next turn. But they can just attach 3, go for their big beat. And unless I can top deck Rampardos, I'm kind of in trouble. I think, actually. Having to go first in this, like, just in general, just does Silvally so dirty. Okay, can we get it? Bro. 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 I wish I could retreat the fossil. I know I can't. But we have red. And that just wins. Honestly, I could just use Giovanni too, but I feel like at this point I might as well use the red and save the Giovanni. Oh, that feels dirty, dude. That feels so dirty. The call to bring in the fossil was huge. Now they have to hit for 100, and I don't think they can. The best they're going to do is 60 with Kartana. Okay. Rare Candy Rampardos should not be a thing. I can see. What do you do, man? What do you do? We out here looking for another attempt at a 3-win streak. Going second, that's a positive thing. Type null loves going second. We get skull fossils, we get rare candies, we get research. Oh my goodness, it's a mirror. Oh boy. Getting the energy, like whoever goes second in this matchup kind of just wins, to be honest. Okay. No luck though at a Silvally or anything, man. No luck at any of it. No Gladion, no Silvally. This is now where the mirror goes and not in my favor. But if I can get a no, because even if I get Silvally, if I get Gladion, not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. Wow. I had a really good hand until the draws that I got from research were pretty useless. Yeah, it's tough. What do you do? What do you do? Right, so I need to make a call. Am I more likely to get Gladion or Rampardos next turn? I don't know that it mattered. I still have a Skull Fossil in hand, so I can put that up forward and say if I don't get what I need, I can retreat. Unfortunately, though, thankfully they're at 50. Discard. We get rid of the Silvally, and then I can just hope that I get lucky enough to be able to avoid Rampardos from them and maybe get my own in play at some point. They'll put it every time, dude. Every time. Every time. Rampardos for the win. Rampardos for the win. And that is how I will take my own life. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Not much I could do about that one. Broken again by Rampardos. At the exact last turn that it needs to be. Alright, water deck. Type null. Research. Going second. Things are looking up potentially. Oh, it's Wugget Weeball. I love this deck. I have respect for this person playing it just because they're playing it. That's it. I don't need another reason. Primarina, Wug Trio. Okay. See what we can draw here. Hey, man. I'm not going to say no to putting those down. Unfortunately, no access to a Silvally yet. But honestly, just getting a Rampardos down is pretty much the best part. Bombsing. Okay. Looking for the Primarina, or they're looking for the Wug Trio. We found their Wug Trio. I now have 2 more turns to get rid of it before it becomes a problem. Okay. Oh, that was like the best top deck I could have possibly been given, man. Alright, so I can Guzma now. But that won't bring them down enough. I need to chip them with Silvally first. I feel like there's not much more chance that he's gonna have a more annoying tool than that. So we'll just go for the 100 now. Has to drop another Irida in order to get healed. They don't have it. They have the research instead. Silvally just coming out and smacking people just immediately, dude. That's how this deck is so fast. Genuinely feel like easy mode has been flipped on for a couple of these games for sure, but my goodness. Okay. Interesting hand. I'll now have to be looking for other things that aren't Rampardos for this game. This is a Gibble, so yeah, it's going to be really hard to put fossils down if they get going. Plus, we have to go. All right. All right. Okay. They just swing. Swing, bata, swing. I can bring in Silvally. I feel like at this point, I should just take the damage, which really feel. If they, dude, if they drop, genuinely, if they drop Garchomp right now, I lose, and that's it. And they probably will. They probably have it. They don't have it! We win! They don't have it, we win! They're just waiting for the supporter to come down, and now they know it's over. This is now the hand is bait. This is absolutely, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I thought for sure they were gonna come down with the Garchomp and smack me and make me lose. That's par for the course for me. All right. If you don't have your crucial opener, Silvally will take you out. Right. I got a couple more left in me. Let's see what we get. Going second, we have all the pieces that I could possibly have needed. It's a grass type matchup. Pheromosa. Okay. Well, I don't know how I feel about putting down... I think I actually saved my research until I put down Silvally, don't I? They got a hand, though. Oh, no! Bro! Oh, no. Okay, you know what? It's not as good as it was, but it's still pretty good. It happens to me every time. Every time I do that, I end up giving them the research. Okay, so I can't put down my Skull Fossil yet, plus I don't have a reason to. Right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go for a quick blow. Chip damage. Fine. Once the Pheromosa's gone, I can put down my Skull Fossil. Okay. Right, so the Pokeball is going to search the Silvally, or search the... Oh, man. All right. Right, I'm just going to use the Gladion, because at this point I need to anyway. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Pokeball is now dead in my hand. I know that there's a certain use case where Gladion can still be used when there's no Silvallis, but it's only when they've come down. And I don't know that I trust myself to be able to do that. Okay, so Sabrina's not going to do me a whole lot of good. They're just going to try to do the same thing again. Put a Pheromosa down, give it energy, and just try to hit my Fossil. Problem is that they are now feeding their final Pheromosa, which now they don't... They can Cyrus. Your Leaf Cape... Okay, the Leaf Cape's going onto the Buzzwole. Okay. So we get rare candy. That's mildly helpful, I guess. They'll have Cyrus. This deck runs 2 Cyrus. But they have no energy on anything. I also have Sabrina, so if they don't start throwing down Kartanas or another Buzzwole or Celesteela, I can have control. Oh. Okay. They're gonna grab another basic, so there's Sabrina protected as always. Or they're not gonna put it down. Never mind, there it is. Damn, double immersive Buzzwole. I only got 1. That's unfortunate. Ah, yes, Lucamine. That is a thing. Lucamine is a thing. Ouch. Okay, I would love a Rampardos very soon. Perhaps we could maybe have a talk about getting one of them out of my deck. Oh, man. See, he can't retreat anything. So I have another turn. I have 1 more turn before I get obliterated by Buzzwole, because they'll flip it out, then flip it back in. Get your water back in the kitchen. Water in the kitchen. I need Rampardos. That is basically... No, they have now double caped Buzzwoles. Okay. I need some lasting damage. I would have loved to have been able to get Rampardos at all. But now I have this. I'm thinking of a situation in which I have Rampardos next turn, and I can Sabrina into any of the 2 targets that aren't that Buzzwole with 3 energy. For the win. It's a long shot and only works. It only works if I get Rampardos next turn, otherwise they do win the game. Because unfortunately there's nothing that I can do to get around this. Because now they can retreat back into the Buzzwole with 3 energy. So I need Rampardos right now. Or game's over. Nothing I can do about that. That's unfortunate. Scoop him up. Alright, let's see if we can recover from that. Lose by not having Rampardos when you need him. Alright, so this is okay, I guess. I mean, having both the fossils out already is nice. Darkrai. Oh, I love a good Darkrai deck. It's Giratina Darkrai, I'm more than sure. Yep, there's the Tina. And they're caping the Darkrai. Okay. And they're just caping everything. Okay. Oh, cape. Just caping everything. That's pretty solid. Throw down my Skull Fossils. Put type null on there. Go for a quick blow and just wait to get Silvally down. Not having any other supporters though, like not getting research and more supporters is kind of rough. Meanwhile, my opponent gets both the researches. Usually the people who got to drop double research at the first 2 turns of a game are usually the ones who win. Because they get to the cards that they need a lot quicker. Right, so I got a couple turns before the Darkrai is going to start murdering me, so hopefully I can get something going before then. And then we will play the Gladion, because that will thin the deck for us. And we get the type null down, which is good. And then we can put them in range. Like, if we can drop red and get rid of Darkrai pretty much right away. But the Giratina can come in and start hitting me afterwards, so I kind of need a backup plan. I can't use just the Silvally for the whole game here. I would love if I could, like, draw research or something that wasn't red, so I wasn't forced to use it next turn. Guzma. Guzma would be a sick draw. That ain't it, man. Unfortunately, that ain't it. Right, so I get 2 points, and then I have nothing that I can use my Cyrus on. But I need to get rid of this Darkrai before it can take a point from me. I just hate that I have to use it on the Darkrai. I would have liked to keep that for the Giratina. But now we come back around to another game of, can I get Rampardos before my opponent can set up enough to KO all 3 of my things that I have on the field that can give them points. Most often, it's not the case. Usually I just get myself my butt beat. It's typically how it goes. Gladion and the Silvally. Alright, you know what? I hope that one card that you give me is the one that I need. Not really. Not really. Oh, boy. Yep. Oh, yep. Oh, yep, oh, yep, oh, yep. If I can get Rampardos out, though, they can't attack. I would... Just give me Rampardos, please. RNGesus has answered me. He said, here you go, son. I had to think for a moment if I wanted to put it on the back fossil, retreat, and attack with type null, or if I just wanted to go all in with Rampardos, but I think I would rather just get the damage that isn't going to cause me recoil, and I can just do that. There's no 20 damage boost here for them. They're going to try to retreat. And then I could top deck my Cyrus that I got, so I got put back in my deck a couple turns ago. So lovingly by my opponent. I think Darktina is supposed to be one of the better matchups into this deck. More, meaning worse for me. So I'm kind of curious. Like, this felt like it went pretty well. And they seemed like they had the cards that they needed. I mean, getting Rampardos out was incredibly luck dependent, and they knew it. Good game. Oh my goodness. I did not think that I was going to come away with a game there. Alright, last one of the day. Let's see what we get matched up with here. Go first. Already going to be a bad thing. It's a psychic deck. Okay, wait a minute now. This actually looks like it might have promise. It's Gengar. This is like... If they can get the Gengar down right away, this is like my worst matchup, but the fact of the matter is that I just opened with absolutely craziness. Oh. That should be illegal. They're gonna red card me now. I need them to not red card me, please. Okay. Okay. Rampardos is coming down. They're gonna need to pull something out. Pull something pretty impressive off here. I'm gonna start. I need to use my supporters now before they lock me out of them. Okay, we get Cyrus and Sabrina, so we do have some usable supporters here. I have Sabrina. I have, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, they're not using the one that, no, they're using the one that makes me fall asleep. Oh no, dude. Oh, thank goodness we woke up. Okay, that was the only way. All right. I feel like I just attack anyway. They're using a no EX deck, or at least it seems like it. And if the Gengar comes down, red's not going to be useful anyway. I don't know if this is the right play, but dealing damage here feels correct. Go for Hypnoblast. I get to get rid of this thing, but if they have another Haunter or another Gengar back there, I'm going to be in trouble. Okay. I'm gonna take the damage. I have to. I have to. But for the chance of potentially getting something else online to finish with, I'll be okay with that. Okay. I can now Sabrina in and get rid of the Hunter, and they're in trouble. You're weird. They concede? Oh! I was so scared of that Gengar, dude. Oh, goodness. Good game.